Hello everyone! This is Jersey Lee Z, you can call me Lee. And it's time to out a theater kid for lying about attempted murder, I guess? Why is my live stream? Hold on. Live stream, are we okay? YouTube, are we okay? Okay, we're okay. Thank God. Okay. We Gucci. Aye, cool. Yeah, but we are trying to out a theater kid for, you know, lying about attempted murder. Or presumably. We know he was stealing gas, but I guess we don't know for sure that no one actually poisoned him. For all we know. Barrel juice, you had some again? Hell yeah. Oh, right! We're investigating again. I forgot that we have 2 investigations this time. Haven't had any since you were 6? I haven't had any since... Fuck, it's been so long. My god. They still sell that? They haven't gone bankrupt? Crazy. Let me move the game real quick. Okay. We made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while.
Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times.
Oof. That's the Naruhodo bloodline curse, I guess. Really, really bad luck with accidents, but they don't die. They're fine. Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
Now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Let's see if we can find some new clues for court tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do that.
Is everything all right? Where is your gusto? Where is the passion?
I suppose I still can't quite believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. Dude, it's been like fucking 4 months or something. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. Kazuma! Should be Kazuma. And, you know, he will be eventually when he gets back from, you know, being in a coma from the Pop-Tart factory.
It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him.
Yeah, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. And he does have a plan, I swear to God, bro, he's alive. Ryunosuke might not realize it, but I do. I, the player, Jersey Lee Z, realize. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. Yeah, so this is before the Egg Boy case, so they don't know about the Morse code stuff yet.
And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san.
Maybe he got isekai'd into a Pop-Tart world, has to do something in order to get back to the real world. Yes, exactly. Except he accidentally, you know, transports into our real world. Or at least, you know, your real world. I'm kind of virtual. But, you know, it's a bit of a dimension hopper situation. He'll find his way back eventually. By the end of this story, I swear to God.
I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us.
Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. Let's look around at our room. Oh, I haven't set up my fucking desk yet, huh? Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, I guess it has only been, like, what? A few days since I got here? These tanks are for keeping sea creatures. They're called aquariums, and they were all the rage in London at one time, apparently.
Yes. The English are so clever coming up with the idea of having ocean life on display in the home.
And it means you always have an emergency midnight feast on hand, too. Dude, do not eat the goldfish. Trust me, they're bony as hell.
I'm not sure that's really the idea.
I heard that there's another room behind that door.
Yes, it's my bedroom, Naruto-san, as you well know.
Shall I help you unpack your things?
Absolutely fucking not. It's very kind, but no thank you.
Your luggage looks very heavy. Are you sure I can't help you move it?
A woman has her secrets, Naruto-san. It's very kind, but really no thank you. A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know.
I'm sure she's keeping actual secrets from me, too. The only secret I have is the 5-yen banknote hidden on the backside of my Daruma doll. Wait, 5 yen? Oh, yeah. I guess it would be a significant amount back in the fucking 1800s. Jesus. I was like, that's nothing, bro. 5 yen, like, these days is like 5 fucking cents. Maybe less. Perhaps we should put the spade away somewhere.
That's not a spade, Naruto-san. It's a shovel.
No, shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, that's a fucking shovel, dude.
No, spades are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel.
Huh? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it?
You're so right, Naruto-san. We mustn't quarrel over such trifles. Now, if you had called a stepladder a ladder, my god.
On reflection, then, I think I'll leave this spade where it is.
Yes, I think that's for the best. We may need a shovel when we're busy working in the garden.
What garden? We live on a fucking city street. The most you could have for a garden is like a windowsill planter. Today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand.
I know.
Not only that, but then finding out he actually is a barefaced gas thief as well. Roof garden, a la P3R. I mean, maybe? But, like, even then, I feel like any garden on the roof would not need a shovel. A spade, perhaps.
Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Soseki-san poisoning the tea.
Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. Hopefully, there's more to this Mr. Shamspear than we yet know. I'm sure of it. He's gonna fucking die for real. I swear to God.
Mr. Shamspear certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. You know, I kind of saw it coming because he's very poor.
What's become of him exactly?
I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward, where he was receiving treatment.
Oh, which one's that?
Let me see. Ah, yes. He's at St. Bartholomew's. Or Bart's, or Bart's, as Londoners call it.
We know that place, don't we?
Yes. We visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken.
Oh, yeah, and this is also before, not Shamspear, Sholmes. This is also before Sholmes got shot, so... yeah, after Soseki-san stabbed her in the back.
Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruto-san. He didn't stab anyone.
Perhaps we both owe Saseki-san an apology. He didn't do shit. Free my boy! St. Bartholomew's. Yeah, we should probably visit the hospital later. It's her brother, bro. I swear to God. He's alive, somehow. Or, you know, Saseki is hallucinating him because the gas is leaking. What next? So, we know that Saseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously...
Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea.
But if that's the case... How on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamspeare's body? Poisoned himself, he was really dedicated to that reenactment of Romeo and Juliet.
I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Shamspeare's room that will help solve the mystery.
Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it didn't hurt for us to have another look. It couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think.
Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap.
Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Hell yeah. Kazuma-sama. Kazuma Sogi, the best friend I ever had. And perhaps even more. And a lawyer with such promise. You really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I mean, you defended yourself. I mean, he helped a lot. He really made the witnesses, you know, he really shoved that evidence into the witnesses' face and made them choke on it, so... I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined and sexy and beautiful and hot and wonderful and smart and cool and... in court. And then after the trial, the crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes. You can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough, I'm sure. You're very, very slender. Like, something I love about you is your twink-like... twink-like? Well, you straight up are a twink. Your twink structure. Very flexible, I think. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Yeah, neither did Phoenix. He was in fucking art school. But guess what, baby? Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. Because America doesn't exist yet. New York City, baby! It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... What do you mean? Extrapolate, bro! One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. And then he never revealed it, and then he fucking died, except he didn't. He didn't. He fucking didn't. I swear to God. They're, like, they would not, reveal all of this, because how else are they gonna reveal his motivations? It's not like he wrote a letter, right? That would have been unearthed by now, surely.
Naruhodo-san, you have a very dreamy look in your eyes.
Oh, sorry, I was just, thinking about Kazuma.
Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. But in like a platonic way, to change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course.
Yeah, that's right. But
Yes?
I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know, the thought just takes hold of me every now and then, just that's all. As, you know, the thought of Kazuma generally does, but that thought specifically also does. Kazuma's true intentions.
Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. I was not prepared for first-person perspective lifting of the sword. I mean this.
His katana.
I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course.
He didn't pass away, dude. He's alive. He's alive and kicking, I swear to God. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it.
When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage.
Yes.
Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Rinosuke, if you are reading this, I convinced everyone on the boat to make you a joke by faking my death and turning you into an attorney. Fuck yeah. Karuma? Wait, no. No. You can't fucking tell me Kazuma is a Von Karma ancestor? No, that can't be true. No, don't fuck with me like that. Wait, no, absolutely not. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Rinosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So, its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. Anything for you, Kazuma. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
What did he mean by something very important that I have to do?
I'd hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but turns out we would never arrive here. As yet, I've not found a single clue.
I see.
Yeah. What is this fucking envelope for, bro? Let's go say hi to Sholmes and Iris. Hello? Hello, Iris!
Aruno and Susie! Hooray, you're back! Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am! And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea. I'll get some cups.
Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Oh god, she's experimenting with the tea again. Oh, no, it's just Sholmes. Aha! The Wanderers return at last! Where on earth have the pair of you been? In court, dude! We've been in court? Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, was it?
I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes.
He is so ADHD coded. It's crazy, bro. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now.
What?
So tell me, how did the trial go? Did your man go free or what? Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. A guilty verdict, I mean. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Van Zeeks an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Do you, like, what the fuck did the British say? Wag tongues with him? That sounds kinda gay, I'm not gonna lie.
Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor?
Yeah, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Like, someone's burning rubber outside, and I wouldn't even know what that really sounds like, because we don't have cars yet. All our wheels are made of just wood. Ah, indeed! That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows! Victory in science!
Oh, dear.
Alright, I'll bite. What's up to now? Fuck you doing, brother? Hold on, I want to look around. I do like this fireplace. It's one of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Although, I do yearn for a Japanese kotatsu. Putting your legs under a warm, blanketed table is so comforting.
Do be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't mistakenly put your feet into the fire, will you?
Why would I do that?
You'd suffer terrible burns, you know.
I worry sometimes about how Susato-san sees me. Like, I know I'm an idiot, but I'm not that much of an idiot, surely. Whoops. Don't burn your fucking feet. You need those feet to walk around. Although I don't so much like walk around in this game like I do in Investigations. It's curious how this enormous metal chest is being used as a coffee table. And even more curious to think that Iris's father's notes about Mr. Sholmes' cases are inside it.
You mustn't look in there, Bruno. Those notes are a secret between Daddy and me.
And Mr. Sholmes isn't somehow in on the secret? He is.
Harley tends to forget, you see. As soon as he's solved the case, in fact.
Feels bad.
Once, when he read one of my manuscripts, we had a terrible argument about it. Never have I solved such a case, he said. He was absolutely adamant. Sometimes I wonder if he's from another planet, don't you?
No, he just has ADHD. Oh wait, no. Sometimes I wonder if he's from another planet, don't you? Get this man a diagnosis. Look at all these mementos in Mr. Sholmes' past cases. You know, Mrs. Sato's eyes still sparkle every time she lays eyes on them.
But yours don't, do they, Bruno? No mind for treasure?
Well, I have read The Adventure of Herlock Sholmes by now. By order of Miss Susato, she wouldn't let me sleep. But the trouble is, having seen the real thing in action, somehow the stories don't quite ring true for me.
Well, he does solve the cases, in the end, with a little nudging and helping and basically solving it for him.
I suppose so. Perhaps there's more to the great detective than meets the eye. Oh yeah, he's definitely got some sus shit going on, but you know. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus. Chemistry apparatus. Shouldn't it be apparati? Is that a word? apparatuses. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and a lot of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped so sky high, I can't help feeling that the whole thing's gonna topple at any moment.
It looks as though it might topple, and yet it doesn't. The epitome of Mr. Sholmes' brilliance.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's not even that well put together. I don't get it. As it happens, I'm quite well practiced when it comes to stacking shelves myself. I worked a retail job for 5 years. Just the other day, the shelf in my office finally gave way under the strain, though.
It looks as though it might topple, and it does. Yes, the epitome of your disarray.
Okay, rude. I really don't get it. Well, willfully. I don't want to get it. It just seems kind of rude. A flat luck. Just a moment. Okay. This is Mr. Sholmes' famous violin. The one he found being sold for a song at a pawnbrokery. What's it called again? Shota something? Stradivarius, dude. Get some culture.
Oh yes, this wonderful instrument features in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. It's a world-famous Stradivarius.
Strata what?
Stradivarius, Mr. Naruhodo.
Stradivar. So real.
Are you even trying now?
We'll come back to this another time, I think. Let's just call it Strad. That's fine, right? This enormous machine takes up the entire desk, doesn't it? Really very imposing.
Hurley's great analytoscope. Analytoscope, there you go. Hurley's great analytoscope, yes. It can analyze anything at all, you know?
Yeah, if it's of a certain size. And I've never seen anyone actually using it.
Well, it's his invention, so I don't know how to operate it. He kind of just threw a bunch of shit together. It looks very nice, though.
D&D Curse of Strahd flashbacks. Yes, Curse of the Stradivarius. Why don't you get it to analyze its own operation, then?
Oh, Reno, you're razor sharp today, aren't you?
She's definitely tried that before, and it doesn't work like that, but she wants to make him feel, fancy and special and smart. Oh, she typing. Yes, this is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? So, what's on the blackboard today? Buckle up, Runo. Or buck up, Runo. What is this?
Oh, I'm just playing around with ideas for the title of next month's installment.
Typo detected. Wait, is installment spelled with one L? I have no idea. I feel like it should be two.
Another idea I had was the barrel coronet.
Coronet? Coronet?
I'm really torn about which one to use. What do you think, Runo?
Anything but buck up Runo, obviously. What's the name of that, I think it's like a BL manga? It's like, you can do it, something.
I suppose you're right. I'll tell you what, I'll surprise you with it. You'll have to wait until next month and see.
Ugh, so many sleepless nights. Please, no. It always strikes me how pretty and neatly arranged this tea set is.
It's my favorite one. In fact, I think it's high time for afternoon tea. Wait there, I'll fetch the special blend that I've prepared for you today.
Oh, Iris, you do love your tea, don't you? She looks so happy at the prospect.
And after you've drunk it, I'll collect some experimental data if that's all right. In case you collapse or anything, I just need to see if the human body can take it. It shouldn't kill you.
What is she about to make me drink?
It probably won't kill you. Maybe.
Why is there a duck in the garbage? What did this duck do? It's a charming little white shelf and full of charming little bottles, too.
Oh, yes, but don't touch any of those. They might explode.
Ah, charming shelf full of charming bottles, full of charring ingredients. Jesus.
You know, Hurley mistakenly drank from one of them the other day.
What? And how?
I think he was lucky, though. He hasn't exploded yet.
Yet?
Chemistry can be a very hazardous occupation.
It's living with Mr. Sholmes that's the hazardous occupation, if you ask me.
Oh, what am I gonna do? I'm literally 10.
If I've remembered correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter.
To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine. It's such a dreamy thought.
I actually had a go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow, and that made Iris angry.
Mr. Naruhodo, you're ruining my dreamy thoughts. Please don't do that again. Never touch anything ever.
Ugh. I've made Susato-san angry as well. Shit! Alright, just drinking some water. Iris? She's focused, dude. That's incredible concentration, that is.
I find it quite remarkable how she can focus on so many different things at once.
Perhaps I should try drinking more herbal tea.
The blend third from the right would be good for you, Bruno.
Oh, Iris? She heard something about tea and she is back in. This girl is destined for great things, I'm sure. She's already done great things. What do you mean? Lord Van Zeeks. Miss Susato will remember that. Lord Barrack Van Zeeks. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Sobriquet? Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. I mean, he did leave. That's true. But vanish how, exactly? By falling under a passing carriage or drowning in the Thames. Or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue being set upon by highwaymen. Or being burned alive. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. That seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Moustache is fighting fit. For the time being, at least. It's not overly reassuring. Like, they wouldn't make Soseki a fucking victim in a later case, would they?
If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeek's own hand.
As it happens, Mr. Sato, that is quite impossible.
Oh, why?
Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, when these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, He vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah, so I've heard. Hold on. Huh. So he fucked around, found out 5 years ago, and then came back because he found a Japanese guy, and is like, oh, I hate my ex. Yeah, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection. And really, it did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again.
Oh, poor Bruno. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky. Or incredibly unlikable.
I mean, he's racist, so there's that. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. Really? Gasp, what could ever make you think that? Is it the fact that he says Nipponese in a very disdainful way every single trial? Hold on, let's talk about that foul smell first. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Ah, well, it was probably this, I would say. Little potion. What is that? Mana potion. Potion of swiftness. My dear fellow, it is of course my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine or not. Is genuine at the drop of some tea. Racism in my visual novel-like game? It's more likely than you think.
Oh my.
There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Oh, that's certainly an unsavory behavior. Wait. Huh. So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris!
At the ready, Hurley.
Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It's black. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Agapon. It's turned completely black.
And what a foul odor it's giving off.
Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? Why, I am not one to waste. Down the gullet! Objection, isn't there already an Iris? Well, she did it first, technically, because this takes place in the 1800s. Why dispose of it naturally? Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you?
There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes.
Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. I mean, you can pour out a little sample, make sure it's not poisoned, and then, you know, chuck it out. The point is, we are entering a new era of science, in the world of criminal investigation also.
Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times.
I regularly engage in this scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. Surely? I mean, if you come up with, like, luminol, that could be pretty important. This little tea indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. But before that, let's talk about them Japanese people. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mr. Zata and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. He's very, very racist. For some reason, Lord Van Ziek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed. It is an interesting observation. However, you must note that a lot of us are very racist. I'm not, and Iris isn't. But by God, there's a lot of them.
Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm just an idiot. How am I supposed to know anything? It was about 10 years ago that Barak Van Zieks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. Oh, shit. Wait, actually his ex. That's crazy.
No.
What? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Why?
Oh, but
why though? Why though? Why? Explain! Explain yourself, bitch! The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. You fucking shifty bitch! Ugh. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Bruh. Anyways, what do you mean by forensic science? So, your T-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. Ha! An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. What cases would require that? Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more special, practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted into our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels here. Haven't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course.
Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes?
There are others in the field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. Well, it's a good thing you're surrounded by people who are very much not inferior. No, what I'm researching is skin prints. Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. What?
Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes.
As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Wait, hold on. How the fuck does it work? Whichever person is under investigation. How? How? Bruh, how? I'm not gonna take that into the evidence either, dude. I guess this is the supernatural part of the game, huh? Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues.
That's the spirit, Runo. See you later.
I'm writing. And I'm being an idiot. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes. We were thinking you'd come with us, considering you are a detective with a lot of forensic science stuff. Who the hell is texting me? I thought I put this shit on Do Not Disturb. Oop, okay. You were? Yes, of course. You said so just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. You just said it. But you go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood, probably, maybe. Well, I might. Bruh. Your commitment astounds me, dude. God damn it.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival.
Susato, you have too much faith in this man! Uh... Let's go. Check out Briar Road, why not? 22nd of February, Briar Road. Oh, sorry, nothing. Hey, they still have the soap here. Oh, no. Nothing is new. Fine, I'll just go to the hospital. Rat! Rat spotted!
What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance.
Yeah, I hear angry voices. Between whomst? Ah.
Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily, thou art mistaken.
Mistaken my foot. You were looking. I don't remember what voice I gave this lady. You were looking at my painting.
The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, that poison that mustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady.
I wish that you died from that poison. Oh, are you the killer?
God of mercy, ample lady, but thou seest, I have vigor still.
Ample lady sounds like an insult. What the fuck?
Behold my Shakespeare dance!
Sorry, I have to... I'm gonna BRB real quick. I neglected to take a bathroom break before this, but I think this is a good screen to leave y'all on. So enjoy his Shakespeare dance. Oh no! Hold on. Where is my model? There it is. I return. And yes, Susato. This does look rather ominous. My mic was off. I was so sure I was so sure that I had unmuted it. God damn it. Anyways. Yeah, it's rather ominous. Yes, what is he even doing here? This is not his room, right? But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? How the fuck? Is he magic? Anon, exeunt. What? Gesundheit? The fuck? Bye! Mr. Shamspear might technically be the victim in this case, but by God, you know, whoever tried to kill him, I wish they'd done a better job. But there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down.
I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person.
Miss Green, your voice has changed. It's almost like, you know, it's almost like the person voicing you doesn't remember what the fuck you sound like. Is everything alright?
Oh, yes. I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now.
Oh, I see.
We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh, dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it.
Are we gonna talk about the rat? Like, genuinely, are we gonna talk about the fucking rat? I guess not. So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green?
I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me.
Well, yes. Really was an ordeal, wasn't it?
As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already.
Yep, I did. I cleared it up.
What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh, no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly.
Really? You'll look back on accidentally getting stabbed in the back fondly?
Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. That painting of hers is important, I'm sure. It's like, why would she... I know, like... I know there's that, like, artist feeling of, like, oh no, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. It's not ready. It's ugly. But, like, I don't know. It makes me think. There's something on there. Where'd that painting go, huh? Wasn't there a painting behind this thing? Oh, it's right here. But I can't look at it. Interesting. Let's go back to Mr. Shamspear's room. I guess. Fuck else am I gonna do? 22nd of February, Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ground floor. I mean, it's not his lodgings, it's Shamspear's, but whatever. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson.
What are you doing here?
Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually.
The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I know the score.
Oh, yeah, yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window, did you find it? With the tea in it?
Yeah, we found it all right. And there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said.
I knew it.
It's with the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
Pretty impressive performance in court this morning.
Thanks. A lot of people are complimenting me today, huh? Sorry?
Nothing, forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in there.
Oh my god, there he is. Why is he looking into the, like, king costume cleavage, bro?
So it turns out that Mr. Shamspear wasn't eating the soap at all.
That's right, the mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved.
Yes, to price his latest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two.
Certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. The ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on that ill-fated night.
During their heated literary debate, yes. Who would win, Romeo or Juliet? And the answer is most certainly Juliet.
Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like it was quite a discussion. They wrestled. In cosplay. In costume, you know? There's gotta be fan art out there of Soseki Natsume in Juliet cosplay.
And now that I think of it, I'm sure the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison.
Oops. That's fiction, Mr. Zato. Let's hope it stays that way. If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh.
That's true. But if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change.
Just have, like, a big jar of small change on you at all times. It's that easy. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful, too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Suzato-san and I are gonna make it to the spring.
That's true. We don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove.
It's fine. We have a little, you know, stove that we can chuck old law books into, I guess. Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter here.
Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted, as you established in court this morning.
It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it?
Mr. Shamspear must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose.
It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Whoops. Just wanted to move. Bam, 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 wow. I'll talk to Greg. Why not?
Are you looking for new clues, Inspector?
On Lord Van Zeek's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you've got something for me, he says.
Oh dear. Poor you.
Yeah, poor me, because we've already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place.
Oh my god, they said it again. No fucking way. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I gotta up the fucking nook and cranny counter now. It is still Ace Attorney. In a non-Edgeworth game. Exactly.
I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say.
Well, at least he's honest. Yo, I'm sorry, so not only are they infinite, they're also infinitely warm? That's crazy, bro. Hello, Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed! Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Yeah, but I was just asking...
Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes?
What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. We're just asking. No, he fucking didn't. Well, we kinda did.
Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised?
Haha! With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Look at this fucking dork. What's all this? All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. Herlock Sholmes' sensational skin print seeker gun. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamspear's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. There, now spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Oh boy. It's my luminol test, except with touching, I guess. Spray? How do I do that exactly? A little press of space on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Like this! Oh, hello. Oh, what's that stuff? It's like fog. It's mist. It's mist, Rinosuke. You've seen mist before. A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas. It's the most efficient way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally while I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. Well, nothing to lose, I suppose. I imagine he probably touched pretty much everything in this room. It is his room. Let's explore. Oh, hello. Box. Seat. Box. It's not a bug, it's a feature! Nothing on the fucking windowsill, huh? Oh, no, there it is. Oh! Look, there are dozens of handprints here. The fuck? So there are, a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. I'm sorry. The first thing that comes to mind with, like, hands in this position is not something I can say on YouTube. I'm sorry. Like, can we... Like, this isn't... Like, surely they had to have known. Surely they had to have known what this looks like. Correct? Right? It's a push-up exercise. Yeah, he does seem like the kind of guy that would do wall push-ups, yeah? Ha ha ha. Yeah.
It sends a chill down my spine.
Perhaps he was leaning against the wall when he admired this picture? Yeah! Yeah, let's go with that! For sure, Ryunosuke! Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all.
And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel.
Oh, very true, Mrs. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery, then. What the fuck? Bruh, what the fuck? My god, down there, on the chair, on the floor. My god, everywhere. My god, on the floor too? Oh, look at all this here. Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints.
Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot?
Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here?
There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over, though, is there?
I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over.
I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes.
Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. At least it's not cocoa goat milk. Yeah, at least it isn't that, but, you know, for all we know, there could be. We just aren't really tracing that right now. Yeah, there's no obvious explanation that I want to consider. Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? And I saw a couple things that I think I might regret seeing.
We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say.
The handprints on the floor there and on the wall by the picture, you mean? Oh, okay, well the floorboard, I clocked that last time I was here. That's definitely like he's hiding shit under there. He's a bit too weird, for goodness sake. Yeah! Like, the floorboard, I imagine there's something hidden both behind the painting and underneath the floorboard. But, like, I don't know, man. It doesn't... it doesn't look innocent, is what I'll say.
Yes! And I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment.
What is it, Mr. Zato?
Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out.
One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Zato! So what do we have in here? God, fucking Scotland Yard can't do shit, bro. Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson, we found some shit. Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. Then how come you haven't fucking investigated then? I've never seen this animation from this angle. It's kind of strange. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around under the floor here. Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. See, like... It doesn't help that they're, like, crouched over like this to access this fucking hidden plank. It doesn't bring innocent images to mind. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find.
It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw tatami mat.
Why not? No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious?
Oh. I'll investigate it once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly, only the wall.
Interesting. So what you're saying is that the handprints on the floor are a coincidence, and the handprints on the wall are exactly what I was thinking before. How disappointing! But then, how do you explain the handprints? Renosuke, please, I don't have the heart to give you the talk, man. You are... How old are you? You're like... I don't know how old you are. You're in your 20s already. You should know this shit. But evidently you fucking don't.
I really can't think of why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over again in one place like that.
Please, bro. Please stop. Stop making me think it. It is not safe for YouTube. NSFY. There you are, print for you. Photograph of the handprints on the wall has been entered into the court record. Huh. Oh, thank you very much. His invention can make prints too. Renosuke, you remember the bees and the flowers thing? Well, let's just say B squared. This is Kazuma trying to explain how it would work between them. Renosuke, I'm unsure of how much your parents have taught you, but... I don't know why he's British. I'm unsure of how much your parents have taught you, but... I'm willing to tell you how it works between two guys, if you are willing. And Renosuke, I guess, didn't really absorb any of that, because he's still wondering how anyone could have handprints in that, like, on the wall like that. Fuck, that would be his, like, shoulder height too, dude. Now then, wonder if Inspector Gregson's found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know!
So am I.
Come on, Greg! Dude! Hurry the fuck up! I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboard there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. As are we. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends.
We're not friends.
He's heartbroken. No, I suppose not. No, he's sad. No, he's sad. No! Take it back, Gregson. He's sad now. A dismal failure. I'm going to go alone to lock myself in my room and cry about it. Yes, I heard. I'd kill to know what's under that floorboard. Well, usually, you know, killing is how people end up under the floorboards in the first place, man.
Alright then, fair's fair.
What?
You did discover the hiding place after all. Suppose I should at least fill you in.
Really, Inspector? Thank you.
Do it quickly, my dear fellow.
If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind as fickle as the weather.
Oi! Stop making me out to be some kind of nut! There were 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box.
Ah, yes, the tin box that's supposed to have cookies, but instead has sewing equipment.
Now, what do you want to know?
All of them.
Looks like this was cut out of the paper about 3 months ago.
Oh, that's definitely... Wait a minute. Is that Olive's brother? No, it couldn't be.
It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester.
How terrible.
Made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see. But nature got him first.
Oh my goodness. He committed a capital offense?
A man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work into burglaries and murder.
Selden what, bro?
They say the hoard he knocked off was worth about £1,000.
That's a lot. A hoard of treasure, you mean? What is he, a fucking dragon?
Jewelry and the like. But he'd hidden it somewhere and no one knows where. Now he's dead. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell. Or some such was the headline.
Does it not strike you, though? Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? Maybe he was looking for the treasure because he's poor as shit?
I suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we've got on Selden back at the yard. See if I can turn anything up.
Thanks. Selden what, though? He can't just have one name. Not allowed. Photographic print. Oh, shit. Yep, there he is. Fucking Garrideb and, Olive's brother guy. Oh my god. What if he is him? Wait, hold the fuck up. What if he is him? They're both blonde, right?
So this is the photograph I found. Looks reasonably recent to me.
Moon-shaped face head. He's kind of just like crystal-shaped from the front.
Yes, it would appear to have been taken out on the street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garrideb, the landlord, of course.
But who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garrideb's son, perhaps? No, that's fucking green.
Perhaps. You can take that print if you like.
Really? Are you sure?
We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of the young fellow, that is.
Ah, is that true? Look, he's got the fucking brushes. How do you not know?
Huh. Well, that's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes.
Well, unfortunately for you, Gregson, I have 2 brain cells at least. And they're on overdrive. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. All the more reason I'm not telling you. Shut the fuck up, Holmes. Cholmes. A dismal failure. I'm going to lock myself in the bedroom and cry twice. Yes, I heard. Interesting. I'm gonna go ask him about it. And also Olive Green. Wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamspear himself isn't in it. Unless he is. Unless that's him. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. Like, I have to wonder. Okay, maybe he was killed. And he was killed by that guy that was in jail. And then, I don't know. Shamspear had something to do with it? Or maybe he is the guy. Faked his death. Everyone thought that the victim was dead. I don't know, man. I imagine Mr. Gerrija was rather delighted to have been immortalized. Probably made a proud present of it. And what's in the tin box? Is it cookies? Is it sewing kit? Considering the cosplay, he's probably got a sewing kit in there. Now, this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind the case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Funnily enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Shamspear, give us a clue, man!
You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box.
A dismal attempt! Oh! I shall cry in my room about it 3 times fold! Yeah, thin air. It's empty, rather like how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box then? I wonder. Can I look at it? I want to look at it. Let me look at it. Wagahai! Hi! Wait, how did you get in here? How the fuck did you get here, Wagahai?
Oh, look, it's that lovely little kitty cat. What was its name?
Wagahai! It's Mr. Natsume, isn't it? I don't think we ever asked him, actually. Oh, did we name him? Because we kind of just started calling him Wagahai. Why don't we call it, Wagahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. Oh. Does he? Wagahai wa. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cats? There's a secret fucking tunnel, bro. It's always cats showing the secret tunnels. Thank you, Wagahai! Oh, good kitty.
Oh, wonderful. Well then, Wagahai, here's something delicious I brought for you from the Cat's Meat Man.
The Cat's Meat Man? Meow. Meow. Fuck yeah, Wagahai. Oh, hell yeah.
He couldn't be happier now, look.
I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too. He's doing biscuits! Oh my goodness. He did little biscuits into the carpet. Man. Yeah. Meow. Stretchies. Hi. was a cheeky little meow, Wagahai.
The biscuits! Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever.
I think he may not appreciate that after a while. He is a cat, and we have an investigation to get back to. He's an important part of the investigation. Did you not notice? Ryunosuke? Bruh. Mr. Jojo's gonna come back and be like, such a creature with my name that's so exhilarating, eccentric, epitome of elegancy. Exactly what he would say. Why can't I look at the fucking back of the backdrop? I don't know. Bum 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 bum. Anything happening in Briar Road? I guess not. Let's go back to Miss Green. Can I present stuff to you, please? I guess not. Fuck. Can I at least look here at this and recognize it? There's a photograph in the frame here. Who could this guy be? No. He's got entirely different eyebrows. An entirely different face shape. It can't be him. But like, who is he, bro? Okay. Manchester Strangeways prisons announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours this morning. He'd been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone? No, they're fucking definitely related. Why are we not reacting, bro? Fuck. Hey, Garrett, I got something to show you. Come on, military man.
Mr. Garritup appears to be out.
Fuck! Oh well. Suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Maybe, may become relevant during court? Yeah, probably. Let's go visit Natsume, why not? Hello. He's sulking in the corner. He's skulking like Scully skulking.
Oh, Mr. Natsume is back.
So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello? Hi. I'm a cat. Okay. Good for you, my man. Meow? Sorry? I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Airlock Sholmes. I don't know what courts or trials or Old Baileys. I'm a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat. Hey, you know what? It's 18 something. I think we're advanced enough to have furries.
Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality.
Trying to. He already has, completely. So, what's your name then?
As yet I have no name.
Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? Also, if you were a cat, you probably wouldn't understand what we're saying.
Jesus. I am not a cat.
You know, I have a fix for that, man. If you were a VTuber, you could definitely be a cat.
It worked. He's back in the real world.
What's going to become of me? No! Don't answer that! It's obvious! My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate!
Mr. Natsume, no! This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope.
Yes. The local student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, was brilliant, but... The Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings! Here, there, everywhere!
Like the Beatles song. What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss?
Oh, yes, we must.
You alright, man?
In my whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No! Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, then today being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life. Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're too kind. Kind of.
Scotland Yard found the remaining teas just as we deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak.
There's nothing wrong with that tea. They won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn sworn Soseki certainty.
Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like it was a hot bath for our bellies.
And at the time, you were both completely fine.
As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamspear then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I really hate to ask this, but did the Romeo and Juliet, did that wrestling match perhaps turn into something more? Because we did find some handprints in some very suspect spots. I really have to fucking know, man. I don't know how to phrase this gently, so I simply won't. I do need to know exactly what you two were up to that night. You don't have to tell me the explicit details, but you do have to tell me if you two were, you know, getting it on. Like Funky Kong, you know? Suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim, then. Yeah, what's the deal with you and Mr. Shamspear?
That rotten Shamspear, what have I ever done to him?
You don't recall him taking issue with you, over anything you've done recently?
I've been held up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all.
Right.
But what I don't understand is why he didn't let me know sooner.
let you know what, Mr. Natsume?
But the soap, of course, what else?
Oh, dear. Are you struggling with such meager stipend?
Of course I am, if I had money. I wouldn't have chosen to live in a cursed existence in such accursed lodgings.
Oh, yeah, you said it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you?
Exactly! Especially the room that I rent. The spirit, the capital offender who lived there still haunts the place. And it's trying to kill me!
Capital offender? Oh, wait, that fucking guy?
Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you bring scores of super soft soaps?
Sure, dude. Speaking of, criminals, speaking of capital offenders, you recognize this guy?
What's this?
It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamspear's room.
So he knew, did he?
Sorry?
But this man, Selden, the convicted killer and the evil spirit behind the curse that afflicts my lodgings.
What?
He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another, a miserable, mustached, much maligned Japanese man.
Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. Yeah, did he happen to murder a little artist boy?
The truth is, I don't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now. And at the time, he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Geradeb's house.
What? He lived where you do now?
That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now, in my very room.
Probably had less books in it.
Oh my! Your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of a capital offense?
Hey, if the rent's cheap.
But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. That was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse.
What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume?
It's already caused one death a few months after the criminal passed away in prison. A man died in the room. The man who rented it after Selden, in fact. The poor lodger. He was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside.
Locked from the inside, exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So that's the convict's curse, is it?
Yes. Well, that was the start of it.
Oh boy.
Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume?
The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas.
I fucking knew it! I fucking knew there was a gas leak, bro! They mentioned gas too much for there not to be a fucking gas leak, bro. Gas?
I only found that out after I'd signed the lease. When Mr. Geradeb came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal!
Is it legal? Lucky for Mr. Geradeb, maybe, but not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you.
It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched all the time.
And then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? Again, you are experiencing a fucking gas leak, brother.
The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me, trying to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice.
Yeah, because the heating's not working because all of your gas is fucking leaking, dude! Oh my god, bro.
But why is your room so cold?
London winters are too cold to bear without any heating on overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas.
But that's terrible. Exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shamspear last night when he was mysteriously poisoned. Oh my god, was it a fucking gas leak again? Mr. Garrideb needs to get fucking sued, bro. Clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though.
Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garrideb's rooms?
Let's ask the man. Hey, do you happen to, know this guy? Mr. Natsume, it's nothing much, but...
Been too long since I've been offered a present with that delightfully humble etiquette of our homeland.
What? No, I want you to look at it.
You're too kind, I accept it gladly.
Sorry, but I wasn't trying to give it to you, actually. God damn it. Okay, I do need to know, were you guys, you know, doing, I guess not the horizontal tango. It would be a vertical tango in this case. I guess not. Okay. Or at least, you know, he won't comment on it. Let's go to the Garridebs. Visit Mr. Garrideb. Yo! You need to fix your fucking building, brother. Sell your fucking cannon. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garrideb.
Right, bally business it is for me, you know, getting on and about.
Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance?
Naturally. Fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. Not a trial to miss.
Fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes.
Of course, the place has caused quite a stir around the capital on more than one occasion already. Mostly because of my wife. I love the old girl. As the old haunted lodgings or some such.
Well, at least he knows.
Makes you wonder what the blazes is going on, don't you know?
Yes, I'm sure it does. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago. You were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened.
Stopped off at the prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business.
I see. Where did he put that? There's no thing there.
So, what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh?
Yeah, I gotta present some shit to you, but let's talk first.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap, a questionable character, eh? Yeah, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellas of late. Thanks to that bullet curse.
The convict's curse, you mean?
Heard of the stories, have you? Rotten scoundrel was arrested here, then the next chap in the room goes and keels over. Then there was that woman who dropped dead just outside on the street. Not to mention the actor yesterday.
She didn't die.
My next, eh?
I mean, I think your wife might kill you first.
Well, can't help but get the collywobbles, can you?
What the fuck is a collywobble, brother?
When you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street, do you mean Miss Green?
Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspear, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still. Not dead.
Yeah, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems.
Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. Haha! A bath, a toilet, a fireplace, a fascinating history. Why, it sounds like the lap of luxury, and even a gas leak. It will inspire such creativity for my chemistry. Not so sure about that.
Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either.
But you do look out for your tenants, don't you? Don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up there.
Yeah, it never hurts to keep an eye on things, in case there are any mishaps or such like.
I think you've had your mishap already, sir. That's not helpful, Mr. Sholmes. Heaven forgive me. The words just came to my lips, and I have no filter whatsoever. Your lodgers.
Some fishy fellow from the Far East and a failed actor chap, a questionable character, eh?
No need for that, Mr. Garradeb. You said that already.
That's right. Mr. Natsume is in no way fishy.
He is undeniably peculiar, however. You cannot be saying that, Sholmes. You cannot. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? He's poor.
Yeah, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone and he popped up the very same day. Never come across a chap so keen for a place with a background, as it were.
I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on so much as the cheap rent, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof?
That failed actor chap? Let's see. Oh, of course. Yes, it's been 3 months now. Quite sure of it.
Only 3 months. Quite new here, too, then. And to what do you owe your certainty in that regard, Mr. Garradeb, if I might ask?
Well, it was that Selden scoundrel, as it happens.
Selden? The convict, you mean? Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then? He has a picture of him. Shamspeare's tenancy.
That convict chap, Selden, passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see. Some malady or other.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it was only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face. The actor fellow.
Huh. Interesting. Did he fake his death? Get cosmetic surgery and then... Really?
Yeah, I remember quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspeare, do desire to take thy room on the middle floor, offered Arrowell for rent.
Terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. Already have a lodger in the middle floor. Ground floor room's vacant though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will unto thee.
Those curls must be muffling your ears. The room in the middle floor's taken. It's ground floor and nothing.
Fucking shit. Very well, we have an accord. So he wanted... Wait. He wanted fucking Natsume's room? Maybe he killed the guy living in Natsume's room for whatever reason. Oh my god, wait. The fucking money. The money is in Natsume's room. He knows that for whatever reason. He wants that room. Oh my god, of course the money's there because Selden lived there. Like, after he died, he's like, oh, that guy had a fuck ton of money. The guy lived in, like, the like, in Natsume's room. So he's like, I'm gonna look for it there. And then maybe he attempted to kill Natsume and then accidentally poisoned himself.
I'm glad to hear it.
Lo, a Shakespeare dance to celebrate. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Welcome to Bra Road.
He tried to say. Look at him. Look at this fucking weirdo. The fuck?
From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. And it was 3 months in arrears with the rent too. Yeah, the fella was a bully player, all right.
Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garrett. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. What is this? What is this fucking motion? What's happened to you? Shakespeare, my dear fellow! One of his most famous lines! Sorry, I was never actually a theater kid. I'm a theater sham. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have a turn for literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then? Interesting. Hey, do you want to see a picture of yourself and a dead guy? Mr. Garrett, could I ask you to look at this photograph? Is that your son who's with you there?
Oh, no, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name.
Duncan Ross. Duncan Ross? Duncan Ross. Duncan Ross. I don't know what the fucking pun is, bro. I don't know if there is a pun. Duncan Ross. Olive Green and Duncan Ross.
A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really.
Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume?
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. It was a gas leak. Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say.
Yeah, young Duncan lived in the room at the top of the first flight of stairs before that Japanese chap.
Would you mind telling us a little more about him?
Fine. I'm not paying for that fucking life insurance, though. Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it, mind. Moved into the middle floor room about a year ago, after the criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them.
A history of cheap rent, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was one morning about a month ago now. I hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what my lodgers were up to at the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas that alerted me it was.
I would have honestly, let it go until the building was burning down. I cannot smell for shit.
Ah, yes, synonymous with the smell of death.
Called the police straight away, of course, and the officer kicked the door off its hinges. Once we got inside, we all fully collapsed.
Because of the gas.
Yeah, room was full of it, no air at all. Stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed.
So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Supposedly.
Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced all over the house.
But even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsume says the same thing. But the stove goes out at night while whilst he's asleep in bed.
Well, that's the bully curse, the convict's curse. I've done my duty as a landlord now.
Nah, ain't no way. Someone's feeling defensive. And cheap.
Oh, that reminds me, actually.
Yeah?
About young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter of affection to a young lady.
Huh. I guess they aren't related. They look related, though.
A love letter, you mean?
Yeah, what'd I put it now? Ah, here it is. Left it on my desk. You know, the missus found this once. Thought I was cheating again. God, I fucking love her. Even though she beat the shit out of me.
If you'll excuse me, let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart.
You think that we should read such a personal piece of correspondence?
My dear Miss Usato, that is precisely why I prefaced my reading with, if you'll excuse me. Also, the man is dead! Who cares?
I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no!
Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I've no means of delivering the thing. Rather sad, really.
I see. It's gonna play on my mind.
But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should all leave well alone.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there was a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Is it olive green?
Mr. Sholmes, please! I've already had to chastise you about this once.
My undying love to you, my colorful darling. Olive green.
Huh!
Yeah, okay. That's interesting. They do look related. But I guess they were... I guess they were, you know, up to some shit. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break again. Sorry. And I'll be back. BRB! I'm back. Olive green indeed. The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago. I feel like that's... like, did it hit her spinal cord? I feel like a knife to the back doesn't usually send someone into a coma. The victim of the last case of Seki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday. Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Absolutely not, dude. There's no such thing as coincidence in the Ace Attorney universe.
Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean?
Oh, one hell of a sleeping pill, yep. Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Mrs. Sato. Oh, I always read other people's mail. It's not illegal yet. Anyway, that shit's fucking crazy. Is there any other shit I want to show him? Are you gonna get this shit replaced, dude? Oh, an Ultimon gas meter, yes. Decent fireplace in here, of course, so no need for a gas stove. There's nothing better than a gas lamp for reading in bed, eh? Actually, Mr. Natsume mentioned that the gas supply to his room kept failing. Shom seems very interested in checking out the mail, if you catch my drift. Oh, I don't catch your drift. Oh, you know, we did get something for Susato. Maybe he peeped the horror. Ah, yes, that. I had the gas company look into it. But they couldn't find a thing wrong. Chad must have been imagining things. Interesting.
I don't think he was imagining it. The poor man woke up unable to breathe.
Think it was put down to ghosts at work or some such in the end. The place must be haunted. Haha, not my fault. I'm just a landlord. I do nothing wrong. Hey, do you know that your tenants are plausibly, performing not safe for YouTube acts on your lodging walls? Mr. Gyaradev, could I show you this? I've been quite a couple of days, as you can imagine. I'm afraid I'm rather tired. I haven't really got the energy in the old eyeballs, to be honest with you. Some other time, then. By which I mean never. He likes to open and peep at mail. Let's go back to the hospital. Sorry, let's go back to hospital. Because British people are weird. And they exclude the. Sorry. Just a moment. Rat. When are we gonna talk about the rat, bro?
Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last.
This is good news, but hopefully before... just before she leaves. What is it? Oh, hello. And Miss Green! Oh my god, was she about to kill herself? That's crazy. What was that? She clearly just hid something behind her back. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Hello? Oh, hello, everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor said... has said I can be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together.
Miss Green, what were you just doing?
Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you if that was alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Don't we have... No, it's not hers. Let's see if we can't coax something out of her. Coaxed into a snafu. Can we look at this? This is the bottle that Miss Green was just about to drink from when we arrived.
Yes, she looked rather preoccupied, didn't she?
Perhaps it's very bitter. Can't stand bitter medicine.
I suppose that could be it.
In fact, whenever a doctor prescribes me medicine for a number of days, I always take it all at once. Oh my god, Rinosuke, how are you alive? How are you alive, bro?
Oh no!
Well, if you have to take something you don't like, it's best to get it all out of the way in one go, isn't it? God, he's so fucking stupid. How are you a lawyer?
Oh dear. And I thought it was Miss Green I should be worrying about at the moment.
Down in one. Jesus. That's neurospicy behavior right there. It's, like, unknowingly suicidal behavior, I think. This is the card that Miss Green was looking at so intently before, isn't it?
Mr. Naruhodo, we shouldn't be peeking at a young woman's private effects.
Susato, did Sholmes not just show you that peeping through other people's mail has benefits to our case? Right. I should say peeking for gentlemen's effects only. Oh. Oh, okay. I mean, if that's how you want to read that, Rinosuke, okay, sure.
You mustn't do that either.
Oh. And maybe you, Mrs. Zata, shouldn't be peeking into a young man's mind either, huh?
You're saying it out loud.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Hey. It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green.
Oh. Yes, I mean, thank you.
Naruhodo likes looking at mail too. He likes looking at mail, and he likes looking at males, if you know what that means.
Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. That's why I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat, and I need to get away with murder.
She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Oh. I hit the Windows key on my computer. Hey, you want to talk about your fucking lover? Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Mr. Duncan Ross? You knew him, didn't you? Oh! Oh god, she's got Pepto-Bismol in there! No, Rat, don't do it! Oh no, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did. No, don't do it! No, the rat! No, he's gonna fucking die!
Oh, Miss Green, are you alright?
No, the rat. Please, no, Mr. Rat, don't do it! I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to startle you like that.
No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross had been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter. To you.
My god, I can't believe she was drinking Danganronpa blood, bro.
It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan, a year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's when he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding.
This is why you don't do fancy big weddings, people. Just get your small little fucking... Like, get it officially done for the tax benefits first, and then you can have a proper wedding when you have money later. And that's what led him to Mr. Garadeb's.
Yes, he told me he found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened.
We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green.
Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose.
Poor Miss Green, she looks she looks desperately sad.
Desperate to the point of sewer slides? I was just starting to think that's her look. The wedding industry is a big ol' scam? Yeah. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. No, the rats! No! The rat! No! No, the rat! Oh. Pour one out for the rat. Well, don't pour one out of poison. But, like, pour one out for the rat. He's so fucking dead, bro. Wait. Was that the same color? No. The tea was like a darker red, wasn't it?
I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but... Would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon.
Oh, so sorry. Didn't mean to hold you up. Of course, we'll be on our way. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo! The rat! No, the rat's dead already! No! No! Surely, you were not about to leave. That's quite out of the question. Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were here. But of course I was, my dear fellow, watching intently from the shadows as always. Well, make your presence known next time? He doesn't do that. The rat!
Mr. Sholmes, what's this about?
Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Zato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart.
What do you mean?
There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Naruhodo. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening with nothing but careful observation.
Alright.
All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look and you cannot fail to see.
I already saw it. I saw it before you showed up, Sholmes.
You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can.
It's literally right there. I am not blind. The rat! That mouse seems to be dead, look. I didn't notice it before, but, did you?
I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle. But that's the bottle that Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived.
Or the sewer slide. You don't think...
Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of the scene. That of a tragedy about to take place.
Yeah, I think it's falling into place. But why did you wait this long, is the question, if it happened a month ago? Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before has spilt out onto the floor. And the poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Not necessarily. There are things that would be, you know, toxic to a rat that are not toxic to people. Probably. Probably not, actually. The reason people, like, test on rats.
Don't worry. I will tend to the mouse presently.
Yeet! Out the window.
Miss Green, were you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life?
Ah! Once we left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison?
No! Miss Green, please talk to us. Please don't do it. There's so much to live for. I don't know you at all, though.
Definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, Ms. Green was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Also, I should not be questioning where a woman gets her poison in a detective story, but like, where did she get this poison? Let's be so real. Is it just rat poison?
Yes. It may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believes was about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it.
Okay. Mr. Duncan Ross. Would ever have thought he was engaged to be married to Miss Green?
To lose one's beloved fiancé must be painful enough.
But then Miss Green suffered that awful injury, and outside her fiancé's former lodgings, too.
Fate can be very cruel sometimes.
I swear to God, they looked like siblings. Hey. You want to talk about it?
10 seconds later, and we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would not have enjoyed this most delightful conversation.
It is not delightful, Sholmes. This is a very touchy subject, man.
Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green.
Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted.
Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Yeah, for real, though.
They just kind of have it in the room, in the medicine drawers over here. Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I snuck this out when he wasn't looking.
What kind of fucking medicine?
It conspicuously lacks a label. I wonder what it contains.
I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow.
Oh, please, Miss Green. Don't talk of such things.
Why the fuck is there poison in the fucking hospital medicine cabinet, man? This doctor should be sued for fucking malpractice. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison.
Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that.
Oh no. Oh, it's all my fault. Oh, what have I done?
I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection?
No. None.
Oh my god, that's the fucking envelope! Oh my god! I didn't even fucking put that together until I saw this sprite, bro. Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written,
Neither the sender's name or address appear to be written on the envelope or the card.
It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here.
I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Hmm. Hmm. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Hmm. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Wait a minute. The 17th of this month? That's the day we're stabbed on Briar Road.
And 5 p.m.
It's precisely the time when the incident occurred. Whoops. The Slug and Salad, yes, a pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road being the street that Mr. Garrett's house is on.
Does this mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was struck in the back by the knife. I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad.
Slug and Salad is the least fucking appetizing name for a restaurant I've ever heard.
Goodness.
So that's what you were doing on Briar Road that day.
I'm sorry I didn't say any...
I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. It's a cute name for a pub, if you ask me. I don't know, Slug? I don't want to think about slugs in my salad, you know?
I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything.
Have you? Yeah, I'm so sorry to have to drag up such painful memories for you.
No, it's fine.
You are so fucking sauce. You were literally there. You are fucking there. This fucking bitch. She's lying.
Miss Green. Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again.
Today, Lee learns that the victim is not always on the defendant's side. Yeah.
Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison, and I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how all this has made me feel.
You can't... I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this character. Because, like, I feel bad that she's driven to such extremes. But also, you're lying to me. And I don't like being lied to, lady. Leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's Bart's behind, we made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. Oh, it's pretty here. Well, it would appear that we've reached the end of the investigative trail for today. Yeah, it's late. And Mr. Naruhodo? Did you discover anything that may be of use to you in court tomorrow, do you think? A couple things, yeah. Details about Mr. Shamspear, Mr. Garrett's lodgings, the convict Selden. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see it to the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway.
I can't help but wondering about the results of the analysis.
Like, did she kill him or try to kill him? Is the question, right? Like... Because I'm trying to think. She only woke up from... Like, I'm trying to figure out the timeline. I don't know when she woke up from her coma. Like, who's the fucking culprit here? I don't know. I don't know if it's her. I don't know if it's Theater Kid. It's one of those two for sure. Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean?
Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not?
Well, I fear that either way. Oh my god. No, it's gotta be... That unlabeled bottle has gotta be strychnine, right? It will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Barrack Ventix. Can you just spill your fucking tea about him, man? But I wish you every success, of course. And though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed to a crisp hour and attend the trial. I highly doubt that, man. You're gonna come in at the last fucking hour and say, hey, I have very important evidence for you. By the way, this bottle is in fact strychnine.
Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come?
Indeed, whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning, which they probably won't. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's cause until the very end. We're doing this now, to be continued 2.5 hours in? Ah, London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. Sholmes is more useful on the field than behind the bench. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But away from the razzle-dazzle, down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows. Sorry, I know, it... I can't look at the phrase bricked up anymore, like, in a serious light. The lonely lurk. Soseki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here. Oh, he had Wagahai. And so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that had gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn. For all of us, except for Mr. Sholmes, because he won't wake up until it's almost too late. There it is. There it is. To be continued. Ah, shit, bro. Man. Back to fucking court next week. I need to think, like... No. No court yet. No court yet. That's gonna have to wait until next time because I don't know. I don't want another fucking 7-hour stream. At least not yet. Not yet. Not this week, at least. Next week, though. Jeez. I'm trying to put my thoughts together on this, because I genuinely don't know who the killer could be. Because, like... Well, not the killer, but, you know, like... Like, Selden is, like, a wild card here, because it's like, oh, that man, like, was arrested and also died ages prior. Unless he faked his death? There's gotta be, like, more to it. And why does Soseki have a gas leak? It's gotta be related to... What's-his-face? It's gotta be related to, Shamspear. Because he's doing some fucky shit with his gas. And there's clearly an opening in between Shamspear's place and, Soseki's place. Because we know that there is... Like, Wagahai can go in and out of Soseki's place. Iris probably put a fucking cat flap in there, let's be real. And like, Wagahai just shows up from behind the, like, stage area? What does it mean? I know, okay, someone could have come in. Someone could have come in from elsewhere, which means it's not a locked room. It's not a locked room mystery. Could it have been Olive? I don't know. Like, honestly, personally, I would rather he had tried to, like, poison himself. Let's be so real. But I don't know if she's that uninvolved, because she's hiding the fact that she was there that night, even though we have the piece of the envelope that proves that she was there that night. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to put together from this yet. She's probably the fucking culprit, but man, do I wish it was the theater kid. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. I'm probably gonna, like, do the entire, like, court bit all at once next time, because next week is a special week. And I'll see you all then. And I'll see you all tomorrow with Metaphory Fantasy over on Twitch. Alright, bye-bye! Bye-bye!